Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching Young Sheldon. This is the 18th episode of the 4th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in a link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in, and enjoy. This is a finale. Like, honestly, it's mad that. Like, I never expected today's episode to be the finale. I've just got to click on it there and just seeing that there's no more episodes left to season 4. It's mad. Season 2 was 21. Was it have we done like 22, 21 or something, and this is like 18? Like, it just feels crazy. It don't feel right, you know what I mean? Like, it should be in the 20s, but yeah, today's the finale. Hopefully it's a good one. Usually you have the last episodes as the decent ones, don't you? You know, we had Dr. Sturgis return back last episode after getting fired from the Super Hadron Collider for doing an interview, basically saying that there's a 1 in a trillion chance or something that a little black hole could form, which then would move into a big massive black hole and suck in the whole world and the moon and just end human existence. And he was just basically saying that that's one theory, one possibility that could actually happen. And he wasn't happy with it, and he sacked him, and he's come back to obviously Texas to these guys to work in the grocery store. He's currently bagging up. He's seen Mima, you know, Connie more now. They spent time together. When he was invited round to the Coopers, where they had dinner, and he was all just having a good time. Sheldon was enjoying it. He was talking science. You know, he was trying to get back into the swing of things. John obviously being back now here with everybody, and you know, we did get the kind of a little daydream of him hoping that here, you know, him and Connie could get back together. Maybe that's something that we see down the line, but it's going to be interesting to see obviously how Dale reacts to him being back in town, and how Connie reacts if Dale starts picking on him again. You know, it's a good one. It's an interesting one, and I can't wait to see what the end result is. Thanks for checking out today's episode. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Classical physics can predict a lot about the world. Now imagine those are people. Even a brilliant young ball who graduated high school at 11 collision was set in motion when Pastor Jeff and Robin had their baby.
He's just happy all the time. Morning, afternoon, middle of the night, 2 a.m. I never thought I could love anything this much. I used to think I loved my dog Waffles, but it doesn't even compare.
Worry about a thing here.
Thank you.
Not feeling up to it. I could even give the sermon on Sunday.
I'm sure I'll be fine by Sunday.
You don't have to decide right now.
I'll do the sermon.
We'll play it by ear.
Sister. Got off the phone with your mom. She's gonna work late, so I'll hang out to your dad.
I don't care.
Happened at school? Are you sure you don't want to talk about it?
No!
I'm gonna need you to drop the bulletin off at the printers, and while you're out, could you also swing by the bank and make a deposit?
You're not the boss around here.
No, but Pastor Jeff's away, and I'm the church secretary.
Okay. Take a memo. You're not in charge. Peg.
Welcome home.
What's going on?
Mary's working late, Sheldon's in the garage, and Missy's in her room hating the world. Be you and cute little Missy. This is preteen angry Missy. You haven't met her yet.
I was listening to that.
Thought you might want to talk.
That's why the door was shut and the music was loud. Because I want to talk.
I want to have other boyfriends.
I don't want other boyfriends. I want Marcus.
Well, you feel that way now, but you're only 11.
He's gonna put the tune back on. I knew you would.
I don't see why we can't work together. Why don't you go by the bank, and I will drop off the bulletin?
So no one's gonna answer the phones. Is Nipto a word?
You know what? This is why I was taking charge of everything, because if I don't, nothing will get done.
Oh, it's Pinto!
I just want everything taken care of for Pastor Jeff.
Or you just like thinking you're better than everybody.
What do you think about that one? Before we go into it, he looks fuming, doesn't he? What do you actually think about that for Mary? Like, I don't know if she thinks she's better than everybody. I just think that she likes to be in control, but not in a bad way. Like, not as if she's just tries to be the mum. Like, you know, when a mum comes into a house, it's the easy way to explain it. When a mum comes into a house, she likes to be everything done. You know, get the washing on, get the food ready, do you know what I mean? Kids get a bath, you know, we'll sweep up, we'll clean up, you know, wipe the sides down, house is in good order, do you know what I mean? Like, want to be in control of everybody. You need to pack lunch, I'll make you pack lunch, everything's all good. Got a strategic thing. She can see the end goal, she knows all the steps to go there. She gets a house in order, the house is crisp, you know what I'm saying? Like, she goes to work, and then she sees that, like, this woman's being lazy, Pastor Jeff's not there, this job needs doing, that job needs doing, you know what I mean? And she's like, mate, what's going on here? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, this might have been the way that it's been run for years, but doesn't mean that it's the most efficient way. Why don't this, and this happen, and we get it all done? Like, she wants to be in control, but in a way that, like, it's makes everything just easier, streamlined, better, improves it. You know what I'm saying? Like, things could get done the way it used to be, but it don't mean that that's the best way or the most efficient use of everybody's time. Like, I don't know if she's there, like, I'm the best, like Sheldon. He basically just gloats that he's better than everybody else. He's the smartest person in the room. You know what I mean? He corrects everybody if they say something different. Did you know, however, that's incorrect or whatever's where Mary doesn't really do that. She just likes everything to be done, bang on, in kind of like a pattern. And, you know, that's the way I see it.
I don't need your parenting advice.
Seems like you do.
Well, I'm sorry, how many of your children still talk to you?
I have a problem.
What now?
Missy put a do not enter sign on our bedroom door, and I'm all for obeying posted signage, but it is my room, and I feel that gives me right of entry.
Having boy problems, just give her space.
Emotionally or legally?
Emotionally.
Excellent. Why are you taking that down? It's time to grow up. Leave it there.
You don't even like Cyndi Lauper.
No, but it's part of my daily routine. Every morning I wake up, look over there, and wonder, why is she standing like this? Put that down! No! Missy, I mean it!
What's going on in here?
Look what she did!
It's his
Oh,
fault.
that's kind of tight, that.
I told you not to come in here. Go. Now. You want to explain yourself?
Do you know what? It's tough because she does deserve to be told off for doing that. That's not nice.
I told you not to go in there.
It's my room!
Hey, you watch your tone.
I'll take care of this.
You don't even know what happened.
Did she tear up his picture?
Well, yeah, she did.
Honestly, I can't leave this house for 5 minutes without everything falling apart. Missy Cooper, you apologize to your brother right this second.
No.
I am not going to tell you again.
Why do you always take his side? Hate this family.
You are grounded, young lady.
Fine.
To be fair, you've got to have a tough parent now, haven't you? You actually do.
Is everything okay?
No, everything is terrible. You're not baking them fresh?
You want me to bake or you want me to listen? But you know she's having a bad day.
Oh, I hate her.
Hey, don't say that about family.
You say mean stuff about my dad.
That's different. He deserves it. You're the big brother.
I'm only 2 minutes older.
Which makes you the big brother, which means that it is your job to look out for her.
Why should random birth order determine moral responsibility?
I don't make the rules, Moon Pie.
Doesn't seem like you make cookies either. What's taking so long?
The thing is, all right, with that situation, that he looks fuming as well. Like, in that situation, yeah, she done it to hurt Sheldon. But just because she's hurting doesn't give her the right to make somebody else hurt. It doesn't work. You know, that doesn't... two wrongs don't make a right, does it? Do you know what I mean? Like, I understand that she had a sign up, but it is Sheldon's room. Sheldon should have probably respected the sign just while she was hurting a little bit. However, you know, it doesn't mean then she should be able to go over and vandalise his property. And I do feel like you do have to have a strict parent as well. You know, you can't... Like I was saying there, it's tough. He wanted to go in and shout at her, George, but then she was upset about something else, and he knows that she's upset about something else, and you can't really shout at her and then get her upset about two things because she's already hurting about one. However, she does need to be punished. Punished, you know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? Like, because she did do something mean, something like unfair, and it is tight on Sheldon, and Mary just come in and shouted at her straight away and grounded her. And, like, you do need one of those parents that does that, regardless of the situation and how they're feeling, so that they know what's right and what's wrong.
I was handling it till you came and bulldozed right over me.
Sheldon was upset.
It isn't about Sheldon. It's about you thinking you're always right. Act like you're the only thing holding this house together.
Missy? What are you doing?
Hiding from you, idiot.
Where are you going?
I'm running away.
You can't run away.
Then I'm telling Mom, of course you are. Then she'll side with you and I'll get in trouble, just like always.
Coming with you.
You're one of the people I'm running away from.
Oh, did somebody really die?
No one died.
You really want to start this up again?
Well, are you asking me what I want? Well, that's a first.
Oh, please. Your whole life is doing whatever you want.
Oh, really?
I can just leave.
Did I want to get stuck coaching high school football? Did I want to live across the street from your mother?
Sorry, I didn't realize you were so unhappy.
Because you never bothered to ask.
Where are we going? Right there. An old shack in the middle of the woods. Have you even seen Scooby-Doo? Is this about that boy? I don't want to talk about it.
I figured you didn't eat. I made you some soup.
Oh, thank you. But you didn't have to do that. Everything's fine. Maybe I do think I know best, and I can be critical. But thank you for making me soup.
I found out he was actually holding hands with Nicole at the roller rink.
Who's Nicole?
A 7th grader.
And I wasn't just upset about the room changing. It was also you.
Me what?
You're changing too.
How?
You like boys and you're half an inch taller than me now?
20 years from now, you're not going to be sitting around talking about Star Trek and reading comic books.
Would you like to bet on that?
She still hasn't paid me.
Hi, George.
Oh, hey, Brenda. What brings you out tonight?
Just needed to get out of the house. You want some company?
Sure.
Mate, if you tell me that Brenda and George are going to start a thing, I'm going to fucking throw this computer and smash this screen up and everything. Like, honestly, stuff like that proper pisses me off, honestly. I'm not even joking. Now, that's just an overreaction to something that's not actually happened. That's a what if. That's a John Sturgis. What if I have an episode, I'll break up with Connie first, you know what I mean? Like, no. We'll see how it goes, but not a fan. Not a fan. Friendly companionship, because both of them are going through, you know, she's lost Herschel and he's having a little bit of an argument, and, you know, your neighbours, and so you're friendly, you know, I'm friends with them next door, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's sound, but anything more than that, I'd be hating it. Like, it would not be a pleasant viewing experience, and especially on a show that's just supposed to be a little bit of a comedy, and to be honest, it's got a bit of a, you know, storylines going to it, which is good. It takes a long time to get storylines going, doesn't it, to be honest? You know, if you go to the early days of the show, I was trying to say, it seems like we take it episode by episode and no episodes continuously have a progression, but we do have that now, and it's good to see. And, you know, I'd be hating, full on hating that storyline if that's what trigger they decide to pull. But let's see where we go in the next season. You know, this is mad that it's a season finale after 18 episodes, and to be honest, I know that they're arguing and they're saying that about Mary, but I don't feel like, I think that was like a prime example where, like, it's not that she felt like she was better than everybody. It was more that, like, she wanted to be in control and handle the situation, you know, and that's different. You know, it is different. Like, the biggest difference that people don't understand is lying, like lying to somebody and not telling somebody something. That is not the same. Lying to somebody is saying, if you ask me, you know, did you know that? And I said, no, I didn't know that. However, I did. I've just lied to you. However, if I knew information, but just never told you the information, that's not lying. It's totally different. You asked me a question, I knew the answer, and I told you a different one, I've lied. You never asked me a question, I never disclosed information, I've not lied, I've just kept the information to myself. This is that situation. Mary's not saying, I'm better than everybody look at me, Sheldon, yeah, that's what he does. What Mary's just doing is she's just going there and she's trying to fix everything that she sees an issue with. That's not being better than somebody. You know, she's seen that the church needed X, Y, and Z being done and nobody was doing it, so she wanted to put actions in place to get it resolved. She come home, she's seen that chaos was kind of happening, so she wanted to put actions in place to get it resolved. She's not walking around saying, I'm better than you, you, and you. Sheldon gloats and does that publicly all of the time. So I personally think that what she tries to do is get house in order over gloating that she's better than everybody else. However, you know, you can flip it into certain situations where she was saying, I didn't know this, I didn't know that. That's because you never asked, though. And that's a different conversation as well. That's why George gets upset, you know, because he's saying that when he tries to do stuff, she kind of overrides it. And then obviously it makes him kind of feel bad, and then she doesn't take his feelings into considerations, and then obviously it leads him into this situation here. Do you know what I mean? I understand where that's coming from as well, but I'm interested to see where we go from here. You know, going into the next season, obviously season 5 will be the next episode. Don't really know how it's going to start, and I don't really feel like George is upset and, you know, depressed or whatever about his relationship, because to me it seems like he's in a pretty stable one, to be honest. They don't bicker all the time. Occasionally, everybody does, you know what I mean? And yeah, okay, he might be sad and upset sometimes when people don't listen to him, but I don't feel like he's depressed and sad and upset about his life. He might regret certain decisions, not being a college football coach, for example, because he had to look after his family. But then that's not your fault for having a family, but you could have drove 2 hours to get that job. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you really wanted it, and you do have kids, and you're a dad, and that's just the way life is. That's the cards you've been dealt, and if that's restricted you doing opportunities, that's not Mary's fault. That's yours collective together. You've chose children. You know what I mean? So I'm interested to see what we do with it. Okay, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Season finale in the bag. Can't believe it. 4 seasons in, moving into the 5th, you know, absolutely flying. And I'm interested to see, obviously, what we do with George and Mary going into the next season. You know, John did return last episode. Didn't see him today. But then we're seeing marriage on the rocks, potentially. You know what I mean? It's interesting. It's never nice being a kid, is it, when you see your parents fighting? You know, it always makes you upset. And speaking about being upset, you know, we've seen Missy here. She's growing older, you know what I mean? Visibly seeing it this season as well. She looks like she's more mature. She dresses a lot older, let's say, per se. Like, you know, before I used to look at her like she was a little girl, little kid. The way she acted and talked, and now I can see her maturing. She's obviously moved school. She's growing. She's into boys. She's going through like a breakup right now or whatever, so she's upset. And Sheldon got in the way of that, kind of bickering, arguing, and then he's obviously kind of stood by her and kind of ran away at the end with her as well. He obviously supporting her, being that older brother. Now, interestingly, you know, something that he was saying there is, you know, you're throwing away all your stuff, you're taking down your posters because you want to, you know, appear more mature or more older or whatever is like for this guy. And she was saying, well, yeah, and he's like, look, you shouldn't be changing. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I agree with him. Don't change for anybody. You know, if you want to date somebody and they're saying like, oh, I've got long hair, you know, cut it short. Nah, you know, that's me. I am the way I am. I'm not changing for you. You know what I mean? You like me for me. You know, you like Missy for being Missy with the dolls, with her posters of Cyndi Lauper or whatever they said it was. Like, just being herself. She shouldn't change personality, like this thing, like that thing, or whatever. You can exaggerate and say, yeah, I like playing soccer or I like playing basketball or whatever, to gain interest in them. Do you know what I mean? And have a little conversations and have something that you can kind of talk about. But like, you shouldn't change your whole personality and perspective of how you live and enjoy yourself just because that's what somebody else enjoys. You know, that's not the way it is. And Sheldon was correct with that. And I'm hoping, is he called Marcus? I'm hoping that that's the end of them, even though we never see them anyway. You know, I wanted to be happy and be herself and not change for anybody. So I liked how Sheldon was sticking up with her there. But, you know, like I said, the full season has been decent. Nice, steady Eddie. It's always been kind of interesting. Never really had a terrible episode, have we? We've got kind of a storyline going now with Mary and stuff. And, you know, I'm excited to see where we go. Thanks for checking out season 4. Hopefully, you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, please smash like. It really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And hopefully, we see you coming back for season 5. So, as always, I will catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.